Hi, dear listeners. Welcome to our podcast for English learners. I'm Alexa, and today we're going to have a fun discussion about the culture of people in India. It's a great way to practice English while learning something new.
Hi, I'm Alex. Thanks for joining us. We will talk about India's traditions, food, festivals, and more. We hope this helps you improve your English listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
India has a rich and colorful culture. One of the most interesting things about India is how diverse it is. People in different regions have their own languages, foods, and customs. For example, in the north, they eat more bread, while in the south, rice is very popular.
That's true, and the country is home to many different languages, too. Hindi is the most spoken language, but there are more than 20 official languages. People in different states speak their local languages, but most Indians also learn English in school, which helps them communicate.
Indian festivals are also amazing. One of the most famous is Diwali, the festival of lights. People celebrate by lighting all lamps, setting off fireworks, and sharing sweets with friends and family. It's a celebration of good winning over evil and light over darkness.
Yes, and there's also Holi, which is the festival of colors. People throw colored powders at each other and have a lot of fun. It's a festival that celebrates the coming of spring and is all about joy and happiness. Holi is also a time for forgiveness and starting fresh.
Another important part of Indian culture is family. Families are often very close-knit, and many people live with their extended family, including grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Respect for elders is a big value, and it's common for younger people to touch the feet of their elders as a sign of respect.
Yes, family is very important in India. Marriage is also seen as a big event, and many marriages are arranged by families. This means that parents help their children find a suitable partner. Indian weddings are full of color, music, and traditions, and they often last for several days.
Indian food is famous around the world, too. Dishes like curry, naan, and samosas are enjoyed by many people in other countries. Indian food uses a lot of spices like cumin, turmeric, and coriander, which give it a special flavor. And don't forget about chai tea, which is very popular.
Oh yes, chai is such a big part of Indian life. People drink it several times a day, and it's often shared with guests as a sign of hospitality. In fact, hospitality is very important in India. If you visit someone's home, they will often offer you food and drinks, even if it's just a short visit.
Speaking of hospitality, in many parts of India, guests are treated like gods. There is even a saying in Sanskrit, Aditi Devo Bhava, which means the guest is God. This shows how much Indians value kindness and welcoming others into their homes.
That's so true. Another important part of Indian culture is yoga. It started in India thousands of years ago and is still practiced by many people around the world today. Yoga is not only about exercise, it's also about meditation and finding peace of mind.
Yes, yoga is a great way to relax and improve both your body and mind. It's interesting how something that began in India so long ago has become so popular worldwide. It shows how Indian culture has influenced other parts of the world.
Indian music and dance are also famous. There are many different types of music in India, from classical to modern Bollywood songs. Bollywood is India's film industry, and it's the largest in the world, making more films each year than even Hollywood.
Yes, Bollywood movies are full of color, music, and drama. They are very popular not only in India, but also in many other countries. Bollywood songs and dances are often performed at weddings and other celebrations, and they bring a lot of joy to people.
Another aspect of Indian culture is religion. India is the birthplace of major religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. Most people in India are Hindu, but there are also many Muslims, Christians, and followers of other faiths.
Religion plays a big role in daily life for many Indians. Temples, mosques, and churches can be found in every city and village. People often start their day by praying and making offerings. Festivals are also linked to religious traditions and are an important part of life.
In addition to religion, art and craftsmanship are also big parts of Indian culture. India is known for its beautiful hand-woven fabrics, intricate jewelry, and pottery. Many of these traditional crafts have been passed down through generations.
Yes, and each region has its own unique art forms. For example, Rajasthan is famous for its colorful textiles, and Kerala is known for its beautiful murals. Indian art is full of details and often reflects nature, mythology, and daily life.
Speaking of daily life, many people in India still follow traditional ways of living. In rural areas, farming is the main occupation. People grow rice, wheat, and vegetables. In cities, technology and business are growing quickly, with many young people working in IT and startups.
You're right, India is becoming a leader in technology. Many tech companies from around the world have offices in cities like Bengaluru, which is known as the Silicon Valley of India. This shows how India is modernizing while still keeping its traditional roots.
And that balance between tradition and modernity is what makes Indian culture so unique. Whether it's through its festivals, food, or music, India has a way of blending the old with the new, creating a rich and vibrant culture that continues to inspire people. Absolutely. Learning about Indian culture can also help you improve your English as you practice new words and phrases. We hope you enjoyed today's podcast and learned something new, both about India and about English.
Another interesting part of Indian culture is clothing. Traditional Indian clothing varies across regions, but the sari is one of the most well-known garments for women. It's a long piece of fabric wrapped elegantly around the body. Men often wear kurta pajamas or dhotis, especially during festivals.
Yes, and in urban areas, many people wear Western-style clothes for daily life, but traditional clothing is still worn during special occasions like weddings, religious ceremonies, and festivals. It's amazing how Indian culture keeps its traditions alive while embracing modern trends.
Speaking of festivals, another important celebration is Navratri, which lasts for 9 nights. People worship different forms of the goddess Durga and perform traditional dances called Garba and Dandiya. It's a time of music, dance, and devotion, especially in the state of Gujarat.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Another big part of Indian culture is cricket. Cricket is not originally from India, but it has become the most popular sport in the country. People play it everywhere, from streets to big stadiums. The Indian cricket team is loved by millions.
That's right. Cricket unites people from all over India, no matter their background. The Indian Premier League IPL is one of the most famous cricket tournaments in the world, attracting fans from across the globe. It's amazing how a sport can bring so many people together.
Another beautiful part of Indian culture is its architecture. India has many stunning buildings, including temples, mosques, and forts. One of the most famous is the Taj Mahal, a symbol of love built by an emperor for his wife. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. Yes, the Taj Mahal is a must-see. It's made of white marble and has beautiful gardens surrounding it. Another famous monument is the Red Fort in Delhi, which was built by the Mughal emperors. These historical buildings show India's rich past and architectural talent. Let's not forget about Indian dance forms. Classical dances like Bharatanatyam, Kathak, and Odissi are not just performances. They tell stories through movement and expressions. These dances often depict stories from Hindu mythology with graceful movements and beautiful costumes.
Yes, dance is a big part of Indian culture. There are also folk dances like Bhangra from Punjab and Lavani from Maharashtra. These dances are high energy and often performed during festivals and celebrations. They bring people together to celebrate life with joy and energy.
Indian literature is another treasure. Ancient texts like the Mahabharata and the Ramayana are famous epics that tell stories of gods, kings, and heroes. These stories are still read and respected today, and they have been translated into many languages around the world.
Yes, and modern Indian writers like Rabindranath Tagore and Arundhati Roy have also gained international recognition for their work. Indian literature offers a deep insight into the country's culture, history, and philosophy. Reading these works can help improve your English skills too.
Another thing worth mentioning is the Indian philosophy of ahimsa, which means non-violence. This idea was promoted by Mahatma Gandhi, who led the country to independence through peaceful protests. Gandhi's ideas have inspired many other leaders around the world.
Yes, Gandhi's legacy is still strong in India today. His teachings of peace, tolerance, and equality continue to influence people. Visiting his ashram in Ahmedabad, where he lived and worked, is a special experience for anyone who wants to learn more about his life.
Lastly, Indian spirituality is known worldwide. Many people visit India to learn about meditation, spirituality, and inner peace. The practice of meditation, along with yoga, is an important part of daily life for many Indians. It helps people connect with themselves and find balance.
Indian culture is a wonderful mix of history, spirituality, art, and modernity. Whether it's through food, festivals, or philosophy, India has a lot to offer. We hope this discussion has not only taught you about India, but also helped you improve your English. Keep practicing.
And that wraps up our discussion on Indian culture. We hope you enjoyed learning with us and that this helped you improve your English skills. Remember, practice makes perfect, so keep listening, speaking, reading, and writing every day.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting topics that will help you on your English learning journey. Until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.